That leads us to our countdown, Jack, of teams all the way to the top. The overviews of the 16 teams in the SEC on our way to Media Days on Monday. And let's hit some drum beats and get to number 3. And that would be the LSU Tigers and head coach Lane Kiffin, who will be in Tampa along with Steve Sarkisian as part of the Thursday, July 23rd Media Days coverage. Arkansas's Ryan Silverfield and Mississippi State's Jeff Lebby will be there too. Paint the picture for you, Jack. You've not been to the Media Days, but last year it was in the College Football Hall of Fame, which was kind of weird. They had like 3 levels and it was just disjointed. But the year before, it was in Dallas, JW Marriott Convention Center, the whole bit. And this year it's in Tampa. In a very, very similar setup. JW Marriott Convention Center Hotel, which is great because if you're staying there, you just come down from your home room, get on the elevator, and you're working. But it also is much more organized. But can I just say this? You have Arkansas, Mississippi State, LSU, and Texas there on Thursday of next week, 1 week from tomorrow. Is anybody going to want to talk to Ryan Silverfield or Jeff Lebby that's not based in Arkansas or Mississippi?
Maybe a little bit. I talked to Ryan Silverfield
because you're a nice guy.
But like, hey man, you're.
But you just picture the throng of media and who everyone is. The cameras are going to. They'll talk to them because they have to. But can you imagine? The two arguably the best coach in the conference is Kirby Smart. There's no doubt about that. But the 2 rock stars of the week of all the 16 teams are Lane Kiffin and Steve Sarkisian as far as media interest, media conversation, and eyeballs. And they're both there on the same day. So I would just say, sorry, Jeff Lebby, sorry, Ryan Silverfield, to say you're the opening act would be an overstatement. You're going to be forgotten.
Yeah, probably a little bit.
Because there'll be photo ops with Lane
scrum
and Sark.
will be smaller.
They'll be smack talking. Arch will be there. Sam Leavitt will not be there. Not be there. We learned that with the announcement of teams. Sam Leavitt will not be there. And you said something to me that's interesting, that you've got some friends that are some family and close folks out at Arizona State. And there has been rumbling that Sam Leavitt got crossed with Kenny Dillingham in the Arizona State program. That was a weird deal because he was really good when they won the Big 12 championship game. Cam Scattaboo, as I said, the first half he played against Texas in the Peach Bowl. I thought they're going to win that game. Then he turned his ankle, and he wasn't the same quarterback in the second half. But either way, what have you heard, Jack, about what went wrong last year? And again, it's speculation, but something was sour with the Sun Devils last year because Sam Leavitt was supposed to take this big step forward. They were supposed to be back even without Cam Scattaboo and right back in the Big 12 championship game, but it didn't go great. They had the great receiver back as well, who's now a top 10 pick of the Saints. What's his name? What's that kid's name? I can't.
Jordan Tyson.
Jordan Tyson. But either way,
Jalen's the basketball player. They're brothers. He's on the Cavs.
But then kind of mysteriously, and they didn't report much, but Sam Leavitt all of a sudden had a foot injury.
Yeah, the Liz Frank.
And there are those in the desert who believe it didn't happen in a football-related situation. Is that right?
That and this might be, angry fan stuff, but there
was talk of this during
the Cronkite Journalism School. I know some attendees, and it's a great journalism school. Of course, it's named after the Longhorn alum, Walter Cronkite. But, that he either got hurt off the court or off the field, maybe on the court, you know what I mean?
Oh.
Or he did not attack the rehab as aggressively as Kenny Dillingham and the Fork faithful would have cared for. And then it kind of got across, and he was kind of a rock star and said, I'm going to go take my talents to South Beach, join the Miami Heat.
And to your point in the Arizona State J School there, journalism school, named after Walter Cronkite, if you saw Kenny Dillingham last year, you could tell something was up.
Yeah.
Like, he was very diplomatic, but also there was an elephant in the room. Like, what's wrong with Sam Leavitt? What's going on with Sam Leavitt? And then
he's talking like a lawyer, where he's like, I'm not saying how I feel, but if you hear the words that I'm using, you got to tell how I feel.
Yeah. The body language. And Dillingham's a very, gregarious guy. He's hard to hide his emotions, wears them on his sleeve. So, I think Sam Leavitt has a chance to. I thought when we saw him in the Peach Bowl and what he did for Arizona State that first year, transferring in from Michigan State, that this guy was fast-tracked to the NFL. And instead, he was fast-tracked to the portal, and now he's the quarterback for Lane Kiffin and LSU. And he will not be at SEC Media Days. They're not bringing a quarterback. Arch Manning will be there, Trinidad Chambliss, Marcel Reed, John Mateer. all the names you would expect. But I would have expected to see Sam Leavitt on that list, but it's not. They're not bringing him. They're bringing 2 linebackers and a tight end, Trey Green. But because I'm assuming that would be asked of him. I know that would be asked of him. Phoenix-based media would ask him about that, what was going on. And so I get that. When he gets back to Baton Rouge, they won't ask